Alright my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of our city zoo build, Tropical Wings Zoo. So we are back in TW gang, and I kind of said on the Discord recently that we probably won't be back in this week, but you know what, I've been doing a little bit of work, I've done some updating, and I have an episode in store for you. In case you've missed the last one, I will link it above my friends. It was a couple of weeks ago now because I've taken a little bit of a break from Tropical Wings. I was feeling a bit burnt out with the project, but buzzing to get back in, and we're going to talk about not only what I've been up to, over the last few days, but also what is going to be coming in the next few weeks. Big project incoming. Let's get into this. Okay my friends, so we are going to begin at the entrance plaza as we always do. Now this will probably be a relatively short episode. I actually haven't been up to a lot. I kind of jumped into the game, was doing a bit of work over the weekend, just to be honest with you, I was just having a bit of fun with it, and I was just kind of like trying some new things, and I decided that with the work that I've done, it is a few updates and it's a nice thing to kind of bring to you in today's episode in a short one so that we don't have to cover it in next episode, which will probably be a long one because we're going to be cracking on with a big project from next time. Obviously I am doing the Do It Better series as well, which has had really positive feedback from you guys, and you seem to be really enjoying that, so I'm trying to find a healthy balance for the two series at the moment. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled to the channel. Both series are not going anywhere and are going to be series I'm going to be working on a lot. So first and foremost, I'm going to just head over here because some of you may or may not know this, but my game crashed when the new 1.10 update went on to the game, and the Boxless Shops mod doesn't work anymore. And to be honest with you, that mod has become almost void anyway because of the new stall style shops that we've got in the game. As a result though, I obviously had to uninstall the Boxer Shop mod, and it reset everything as it was, and it's been a bit of a task, to be honest with you, to try and get all of the shops sorted out and get them looking okay. I'm going to be honest with you, there's a couple that I don't like that much and I think they're going to need some work, but one of the big things that I have been working on is these little stalls, basically, because they were far too small for the new bench style. Obviously, the way they'd been designed as well, they just didn't accommodate the items that are on the worktop, basically. So I basically tried to use the old design and just bring it up to date a little bit for a couple of them. I then left smaller ones in a couple of places that are just going to be for show now, because I actually don't think we need as many things as I was putting in, and then there's one I've actually turned into a proper kind of mini shop, and I'm going to show you all of them in today's episode anyway. But this is what I've done with this one. This was our Hot Diggity Dog. We've got a couple of these stalls, and you will remember before it was just kind of like a little rectangle at the front, but these are slightly longer, believe it or not, than the original shops, and also because of the items on the tops of them, like I just said, you kind of have to try and accommodate them. So what I basically did was I moved the little, the little heater cooker type bit over here. I've now got this bench on here with the till, and then we've got kind of like our napkins and our sauces and stuff over this side. I actually quite like it. I think it's turned out quite nice. I will take you all the way around. I've tried to keep all the details that I had, like the little doors and whatnot. We've just had to kind of scale it down a little bit. But I think it looks alright, and I changed the colours to this. I've really started to become a fan of greens in this game. I think a lot of it has to do with the Do It Better series, where I've tried to incorporate a lot of green colour and whatnot. I kind of was saying in the last episode of that, I've really got to find a nice balance so that series and this series don't look too much the same. I want the two zoos to feel really unique and separate from one another, even though they are part of the same kind of group now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go and watch episode 2 of Do It Better. All is explained in that. But essentially, we're doing a bunch of zoos. You know, when I'm finished with these 2, I am going to do another one, and it's going to be my first attempt at a zoo overseas, basically, and that's going to become part of the ZSX family as well. I think it'll be really, really cool. I've got some ideas for like long into the future of you know, things that I want to do to incorporate that story a bit more. But yeah, that's one of them that I've done. I added another bench. I kind of tidied all this up a little bit because it was looking a bit clunky, to be honest. I think a lot of it was just the way the path was worked before. So I added another bench. I might change these benches out though, because the new ones in the conservation pack are beautiful, and they're definitely my favourite in the game. I just need to zoom out because I genuinely can't remember where stuff is that I was doing. There's not one over there because we've got that little shop. So basically, I think the placement's perfect now because we've got this shop here and we've got a toilet block there. Then we've got a little kind of like snack stand here. A little hot dog stand there. We've got a toilet block here. We've got this little food stand here. There will eventually be a restaurant with toilets in down here. I actually think all of the placements are starting to really make sense. We obviously have this this one here, gang. I was thinking as well the other day. I didn't put a toilet in here, and I think that might actually be a bit of a mistake. I feel like a restaurant of this size might have a bathroom, but it's going to be way too complicated to put it in now. So yeah, we might just have to add like a toilet block maybe over here or something at a later date. I'm getting sidetracked from what I'm supposed to be showing you, but why are we not surprised at that, gang? So over here, this has had to be changed up a little bit. I put the bench in this one. This building needs some decorating inside. I didn't realise, but I did have to change all this up to accommodate the new information bench. So that's done there now. What I've done with this is I've left this here with a little sign and whatnot, but there isn't a shop there now. It's just kind of like a little placeholder just to kind of take up the space. I think it looks really nice, but I was thinking we don't really need it because we do have this shop over here. So as you can see, he's just gone on his break. I've put this in now. This is my issue, okay, with these, is that this item on here, sometimes with the shop fronts now, doesn't make sense. What I was thinking is moving this over this side and then sinking this into the wall, because you can do that. But I tried it looked a bit weird, so we're just going to have to stomach this little pip shop thing being on the worktop, basically. But yeah, I got that one done as well. And then if we head over this way into the Into Asia area, I had to change the hot dog stand over here as well. Essentially, I've just copied and pasted the one that we've got over near the camels, and we've put one in over here as well. I think it looks really, really nice. I think the placement's like really cool here as well. And something I did notice is that these benches here really get used a lot. I was really surprised at how much they get used, but obviously we've got the vending machines there as well, so it might have something to do with that. And that was another thing. Obviously, like moving on from what I was saying there, we've got that food stall there. That's actually got toilet block in the black back, remember? And then we've got this little hot dog stall here, seating. We've got our vending machines. And then you're going to come up this way. We've got our little food unit here. I actually think the food units are quite nicely spaced about at the moment without them taking up too much room and whatnot. And then if I take you over to Adventure Africa, what I've done here is we used to have a little ice cream stand like there, didn't we? But obviously it was problematic, and I didn't really like that design I've done for the hot dogs as an ice cream stand. So instead what I've done is I basically made a small shop. Essentially, it's just a version of the one we've got over near the seals, scaled down, slightly different colour. I did have to, basically, I just took the wooden wall pieces and I brought them over, and then I just, made them smaller and whatnot and just built out from there. But I actually think it looks quite nice. It looks quite cute, doesn't it? The nice little shop like that. I'm really, really finding that with these benches shops, I feel like you can really hammer home some lovely shop designs. Like, like really scale the shops down, make them a lot smaller, and I think they look good. You know, the one I've done in Do It Better as well, I think that's one of the best shops I've ever made, the one with the 2 windows. I really enjoy, like, I really enjoy making this sort of thing, like these really small shops and that. I might actually do this one later this week. I might potentially do this one as a Let's Build Together. It will be a longer episode, obviously, because this is a bit more of a detailed and a bit more of an intricate build, but I am considering doing this as a Let's Build Together. People have been asking for something a bit more complicated, so I'm more than happy to do that. As you can see, there's plenty of detailing in here. We've got all about, you know, little cupboards and whatnot at the back. We simply have a door in and out on this. I do want to decorate the door at some point. I just forgot about doing that, to be honest with you. I got it all spaced out and whatnot, but got our door there, and then I'm thinking about adding, you know, a little spot somewhere around here with some storage, because I think that would make sense. We've got like the sort of Savannah Lodge there. Yeah, I really like this building. It's just, I've changed the colours up basically, and it's just a slight redesign on the doorway. I just needed to make it a bit smaller, but I do think it's come out really nice, to be honest with you, gang. And I think it fits the area really well and all. I think it really fits in with the African area. I know we're theming up Adventure Africa, but I think using that colour scheme and whatnot, I think it really works. So happy with that in there. Again, very similar to the other area. I've just done this one as a decorative little shop now. I may change this though at a later date. I might actually make this a functional kind of ice cream stall at a later date, but for now I've not bothered, because I thought, like, we've got that ice cream shop there, and then we've got 2 shops in here. I am going to take you in here. I still need to do this restaurant. I'm not happy with this restaurant, to be honest. The inside, the interior, I'm not happy. I'm not really a fan of it. And then I've put these in, and I really don't like these boxes, so I'm going to have to try and find a way to kind of disguise them, maybe. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but it definitely needs to be done. I'm going to apologise for any background noise, gang. It's a scorcher of a day here in the UK. We've actually had some beautiful weather over the last couple of weeks, and yeah, it's been a hot one. And you know, famously, we don't have anything like aircon or anything in this country, so we all have to suffer in our very well insulated brick-built houses. So yeah, I think that's all the shops done. I don't think there was anything else I did where that was concerned that I updated, but something I did work on was the interior of our Aldabra Tortoise house. I have still got a few things I need to do in here, like this room for instance. I'm going to be honest with you, I did this room and I was going to do this as like an educational room, weren't I? But it was because I kind of had this vision of adding some species in here along with the Aldabra tortoises, like some modded birds or whatever. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I've had nothing but issues since the 1.10 update with all the mods. Like the small hitbox mod isn't working properly for me. Some other people I know that I speak to are not having issues with it, but I am. And I really don't know like what's going on. And as a result, it just crashes the game and it causes problems. And so I just don't think I'm going to bother with mods anymore. I really want the small hitbox mod to work, but I think anything other than that, I just don't think I'm going to bother anymore. So I need to kind of come up with an idea of like what to do with this room. But I started adding these in, like, I think these are going to be like, you know, the bottoms of maybe some glass cabinets or something. We can put some stuff in there. But yeah, I need to just come up with an idea for that room at some point. But this is the big change. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, the change is really subtle. Like, for a lot of people, you might not notice it that much, to be honest with you. You really won't. What I will do is, I'm taking inspiration from... I'm taking a bit of inspiration here from the Do It Better series, but I will put a before and after on the screen so you can see the differences in what we've done, basically. Now, I remember, I don't know if it was last episode or the one before that, I don't know, but I remember mentioning in an episode that I was considering doing a bit of a rework in here, and I was left a comment by someone who said that I had far too many ground laying plants, plants that were at a level that the tortoises could eat and that they would eat them. And then I did a bit of digging and a bit of research online off the back of that person's comment. Like they were very thorough in the comment, and I really appreciated it. And it would appear that zoos do go to the extent of building up little rocky areas and that, and then putting the plants in them. They try not to, because obviously the tortoises will kind of munch their way through. So what I decided to do, I'll take the images off now. What I decided to do, as you can see, is I really kind of like I reined it in a little bit with the plants, and then I've put them in like selected areas, and then I've used some different plants as well, and I've used quite heavy plants around the water area because our tortoises won't go there so much, and then I've kind of like built up some rocks. I am also considering making some I've seen like these planted walls basically, but do it like in these shelved systems, and then have all like plants all hanging off. I attempted to do it, but it didn't quite match with what we've put in, and so then I was a bit like, I don't really want to add it if I don't feel like it fits and looks right. But yeah, as you can see, we've really kind of just tamed the plants down, really like reined it in a little bit basically. I've done a big rework of the pool though. I've added like a waterfall and whatnot, so yeah, I actually think it looks really nice now. So yeah, what I've done is, there used to be some plants over here, didn't there? I moved all of this a little bit, all of these little wooden parts. There's benches that are like hidden inside here. I think it's hidden like here. So I moved all those a little bit, and then I was left with this gap, and I deleted the plants out because I really just didn't like them. I was like, what am I going to do? And I decided to just kind of put this little waterfall in. That was my decision and my choice. And I've added some plants at the top to kind of disguise the fact there isn't actually any water at the top. It is literally just kind of a waterfall, falling down. And then I just threw all these rocks in, added a bunch of plants, and yeah, this is what we come out with. You can see that piece a little bit just there. I've tried my hardest to disguise it, and I just can't get it to go behind the plants. What's annoying is that is there, but the actual action doesn't start until kind of like the top of those rocks. So there's a bit of a gap there. I probably could put another plant if I was to rotate a little bit. I might be able to cover it up, but you know what? From a distance, you barely notice it. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna get round that. You can't recolour them, I don't think, can you? So that's the issue. If I could recolour it like green, it might disappear a bit more. But I can't even select it at the moment. So, oh, you can recolour them. Do you know what? Let's try and do that now then, while we're here. If we make it like a shade of green, maybe. It's not really. It doesn't even feel like it's changing, does it? Oh, I'm not. I'm not changing. I'm changing the colour of the water. Okay, you can't recolour it. I'm such an idiot, aren't I? That's all live in the video. You can see what a plum I am. 4,000 hours of Planet Zoo I've played, and I still can't work certain things out. But anyway, as you can see, the waterfall comes down. You'll see it in the cinematics, gang. It comes down, and then we run this way. We've got a little grate there, and then what it does is it runs underneath the path, imaginatively, obviously. We're using our imaginations for this. Runs underneath all these rocked areas here, and then comes out here and enters our pool at the bottom. So I feel like there's just this nice kind of like progression. The water continues from there and it flows down into our pool, and that's basically like where we finish off, kind of like with the water design and whatnot. As you can see, I did really change the plants up around here. I've gone with these just like longer kind of bushes and some like plants that are like really sprouting out. Done it the other side as well. Some plants, some palms and whatnot. This one was always here. And then what I've done is I've done these little rocky sort of outcrops and just filled them with plants. Another one here, kind of filled it with plants. I changed the plants up that I've used as well. I weren't really that big a fan of the plants that we were using, and a lot of the habs I was looking at, they didn't really use flowers. It was more kind of grassy bushes or ferns and stuff like that. So that's what I decided to go with. So as you can see, I've added so many more rocks, so that we could add the plants in, you know, around the rocked areas. I've added this piece like in the middle, and then I've put rocks all around this tree trunk so we could add some plants there, and then it comes out the other side onto some rocks, and again you can see these little grassy verges that appear kind of out of the all of the rocks now. We put another one over here and a new palm, and this is our little hot plate area. So yeah, I like it. I know I've kind of like reined it in a little bit, and some people might be thinking like, have you updated it that much? But believe me, I have. You know, there's a good few hours work here, believe it or not, because I had to delete everything out first and then kind of like rework everything. And this rock work alone, it takes time. I haven't done this bit. I've changed the plants for now, because these obviously match what we're using a bit more now. So I just changed the plants out. But I do really need to think of something to do here. You know, I had the idea of putting in a Aldabra Tortoise species, didn't I? Because I was going to use mods. But now because I'm, you know, probably not, because I've been put off a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to do with that space, to be honest with you. I might just have to do something like really like dense planting and rock work or something. But it does seem a bit of a waste, doesn't it, unfortunately? And to be fair, like this hab, now that I'm probably not going to use any modded animals, this hab is going to feel very large and a little bit of a waste as well, because it's just got the Aldabra tortoises in it. But it is stunning. I do really like it. I know it's a bit tamer, but, you know, a lot of the stuff I was looking at, this is far more representative of a tortoise habitat now than it was when I did it, you know, in the first instance. So, yeah, I actually think that this is a big upgrade, in my opinion, because the realism has been hit home a lot more. Now, we come to the what's happening next part of today's episode. I'm not going to talk about this a lot, because I feel like for the last 3 or 4 episodes, I've been saying this is what's going to happen next, and I just keep putting it off, don't I? But you know, I did say I was taking a break from Tropical Wings because I wanted to get the Do It Better series started, and also, you know, I was feeling a bit burnt out from the series. You got to remember, this has been the main series I've been working on the channel for the last year, and the Do It Better series has come around at a nice time, because I've now got 2 really cool series to kind of you know, work on at the same time. You know, if one gets a bit much, I can always load the other one up. Then it's a fresh zoo, it's fresh ideas. So it's nice to have the 2 series going now. But we're going to be finishing off the Adventure Africa area. Now, I did put a message out this week, and I put it on the Discord as well, that I'm just not sure when this episode, the first episode of this, is going to go out though. I am not able to work that much at the moment. It's that time of year where people are going on holiday and stuff like that. So Emily gets looked after by her, you know, her nans and granddads and stuff during the course of the week, and that's when I tend to sit down and get my sort of work done, like my personal stuff and my YouTube stuff, because that's when I get the time. Anybody that's got young children understands that, like, you just don't really get a lot of time to do this sort of stuff. So you know, because I haven't really had the time, it is really difficult to sit down and work at the moment. So, you know, just have a bit of patience. It is coming. Like I said, though, this whole area, in case you are new to the channel, this whole area, this bit here, is all going to be built in one go. So the episodes may be a bit unfinished each time, because I'm going to do sort of weekly updates on it, even when stuff isn't finished, because I want you to kind of come on the journey with me as I build this out. Now, something I'm considering, some people are going to think I'm nuts, but something I'm considering is actually adding a train here. Now, I don't know if I can make it work, because obviously we've got to think about the scale of the train and whatnot, but I was thinking about having a train kind of down this way and along the back of the habitat, basically, so almost along the back there, and then it would come and turn back on itself. And come back this way, and just have that this little train journey, so you could you know, look at the animals from the train's perspective. I was going to have the train so it was up high, and I was going to do this banked kind of you know, wall for the train, this banked concrete wall, because all the animals along this side are more, you know, your herbivores. They're you know, they're going to be your grass eating, you know, animals, you know, your giraffes, your gazelles, your zebras, your rhinos. I feel like it would make more sense kind of like to do it bit on that part, but there'll be some nice viewing perspectives, I think, you know, into kind of like the lion and the wild dogs habs as well, because we're going to try and build this. The reason I'm building this all together is because we're going to try and build it so it feels like a predator prey hab and it all feels like it's one thing, which is why it's going to be the Adventure Africa Safari. It's a walking safari, really, because it's more pathway. You know, we're feeding our guests through in that manner, but at the same time, I want it to feel like one big experience, which is why it's all got to be built together. But yeah, I stretched that out longer than I needed to. I got accused recently of making videos longer than they need to be because I waffle. But hey, that's why you're all here. That's why you love watching my videos. You love my waffling. And so there you have it, my friends. We're done and dusted for another episode of Tropical Wings Zoo. I hope you've enjoyed that, my friends. I know it was a very, very kind of quick update video. I hope you've enjoyed the things that I've been working on. I feel like they're good additions. They're changes I needed to make as well. I was kind of forced into those changes. If anyone out there is using the small hitbox mod and you're having the same problems as me, can you let me know? I have left a message with the person that created the mod. I really want to continue using it because it was an absolute game changer. So let me know in the comment section below if you are using that mod and if you're having problems. I would appreciate. If you're new, subscribe, drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed, and check that description box as well for things like the Discord and my socials. But until the next one, my friends, you stay safe, stay humble, and I will see you real soon.